Okay, all set, all done. Welcome. Why it's not charging? Disconnected. Okay, now it serves. Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream of thezibit.com. My name is Yash. Yash Pawar, who is here to do the live stream for 4 hours. For next 4 hours, I am your guide, tour guide, or whatever you want to call me, because I'll be taking you to the crypto journey. I'll be making sure that you are getting profit. I'll be making sure that you are understanding what's happening in the market. I'll be making sure that if you have any difficulty, anything you want to ask, you can, and your problem will be solved. If you have problem with the app, if you have problem with understanding the concept, if you have a problem with not knowing what is, well, like the way I'm plotting the chart, or you don't understand how to plot the same thing, or you want to enhance your trading skill, this is a one pit stop for everything. You don't have to worry regarding any of the stuff. This is a one pit stop for everything related to the crypto world. Okay, now we, for the app users, see, we are going live on two different places. Okay, so for the YouTube people and the app people, YouTube is one where we are trying to find more new users, and in the app we are trying to find the way to give them the best service, best trade, and every of those things. Okay, so we have to balance between both the YouTube live and the app live as well. So for the YouTube people, For the people who don't know what is this, why there is live stream, why there is a guy, why there is a chart beside him, and every of those things, what is zbit and every other thing. Some people call it zbit. I get it because it's z, but it's pronounced as zbit. But it's totally fine with zbit, zbit. It's fine. We are here to make money, and that's what I am here sitting for all of you people. Nice. It's again about it. Why it aborts the lock? Why do you have to do this to me? My backend has so many issues. Yeah, correcting fast. Corrected. Okay, cool. So I was saying that yes, for all the YouTube people who don't know regarding what is Zbit, what is this live stream, what are we doing over here, and all those things, let me just tell you this one very specific thing. Zbit is the most beginner friendly app for all of the new user who is trying to find a platform which is the best for the crypto, starting your crypto journey, starting your crypto trading, starting investing in the crypto coins and every of those things. So this is the one of the best beginner friendly app, one of the best. Okay, we provide you excellence services as well, the customer services. Also, the key points of this like the app is that you get a lot of new user rewards, which is every, like, see, I get it, every of those other platform is also offering you, but they are not offering you something which we are ready to offer you. First thing what we are offering you is getting a first ever crypto token, that too absolutely free of cost. We are not charging you for anything, but that too is a lucky spin. You cannot just name it like, okay, knock knock knock, I want this. You can't do that stuff. There will be a lucky spin which you, I will show you that lucky spin. Wait a second. Wait a second. Fast. Why net is so slow today? Seize the trading opportunity. What? Where is the lucky spin? Yeah, this is the okay. 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 Next one. Yeah. This is all three things which we are offering to you. First is yaar, once again, again. Yeah. This is the lucky spin which you can see right now. It will change. So yeah, it changed. So this is the lucky spin which you will be getting out of like almost six coins, six different crypto coin. You will be receiving one. They all have a different quantity, but you don't worry about that. Quantity can be raised again by following some few steps. Okay. And other than this is the first thing, like we are offering you the first ever crypto token of you. See, because as when you take a first step, it is very important that your first step should be appreciated. Once you click on the download button, once you click on the sign up and you do every of this procedure of sign up is very simple. It's not even a procedure. It's just like your country code, email address, password, and boom, you are entered into the crypto world. Okay, this is that simple. It's that simple. After that, you can do your KYC, because obviously any financial platform will ask you to do your KYC, because we should know our customer. If you are a genuine person, not genuine person, hacker, not hacker, here to scam, not here to scam, we should know regarding those stuffs. Okay. Now, other than this, once you do all those procedure, you will be receiving the first reward, which is a lucky spin. Lucky spin allows you to get first ever crypto token without even taking a trade. Okay, you are not even taking a trade for that. You are just clicking, receiving one, but there is a but on it. Okay, until and unless you take the first trade on this platform, that won't be deposited into your wallet. That is the condition. But you will be knowing what kind of cryptocurrency you will be having. Once you do the spin, it will show you that crypto coin and the quantity and every other thing, like you have, congratulations, you have received this and blah. And then it will be showing you claim reward. Claim reward is basically you go and take a first trade and that reward will be claimed. This is the one thing. This is one very simple thing, but there are more. There are two more key features which I have not really talked about of a Zbit. First comes is the first future free trade. Okay, it's basically free trade. We will provide you with a bonus, like bonus USDT. It is bonus. It is not an actual like currency which you can withdraw. It is bonus from our side. Like you can take the first ever free trade at from like this future trade, not spot, only future. You can take your first ever future trade with the 10 USDT bonus. Okay, it won't be more than that. It is 10. 10 is the bonus which you will be receiving. In that, you will be having like a clock time as well, like 1 hour clock time. If you see, like you watch your market any, and there is no conditions, and like you have to go on this platform, you have to go on sorry, you have to go on this coin, that coin, blah blah blah. There is no conditions like that. In whatever coin, in whichever coin you want to take a trade, with whatever leverage you want to take a trade, with whatever like margin, leverage, and your SL stop loss, we like there is no conditions for those. Hello Austin, welcome to the live stream of the Zbit. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm just explaining the you to people the some key features of the Zbit.com, because obviously new users are always welcome and they should know what are the new users benefits. So first was the lucky spin. Okay, second one is a free trade which will be getting with a 10 USDT bonus. Okay, how it will work? Let me just explain you this thing, because most of the people have this query regarding that 10 USDT bonus and the profit and every of those things. So let me just explain you that scenario. What is going to happen? You will be receiving a 10 USDT bonus. With this, you can take a 10 USDT worth of trade. Now, if you put leverage on it, obviously that 10 USDT will increase according to whatever leverage you take. Got it? After this, you will be having all the like options, like in what coin you want to invest, future trade only, in what coin you want to invest, BTC, Ethereum, blah 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 blah. In whatever coin you are okay with, in whatever coin you are comfortable with, you can invest in that coin. Okay, after this, once you take a trade, depending on the market, if you see like it's a buy trade, you go for buy. If you see a sell trade, then you go for sell, depending on whatever option you click. After that, once you take a trade, that will go for 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. It won't stay there forever and ever and ever. Okay, what is the lowest amount to withdraw? Good question. I don't know answer for this question. Good question. Let me just ask. I never did withdraw, but I think it's 10 USDT, 10, 1, 2 on USD. Let me confirm. I think it's 10, maybe 5. Your answer is getting cooked. It will come right away on your table to serve. Just few minutes. So till that point, yes. So when you are taking the first trade with that 10 USDT bonus, you will be putting one coin, and that trade is going for 1 hour. Whatever profit, whatever loss, if there is a loss, you don't have to repay anything. That's our thing. We will take care of the loss. You don't have to take care of the loss, because that's the first free trade we are offering to you, all people. Okay, now once you put a trade, you are having some profit. Let's take a scenario that you are having loss scenario. I told you loss is not you are not going to bear that loss. We are going to bear that loss. But if you have a profit, let's say that you have a profit. Once you have a profit, whatever XYZ amount of profit, consider $1, $2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 100, whatever profit you are gaining, that profit is going to deposit into your wallet, not the 10 USDT. Got it? Because that 10 USDT we gave you to take a trade. It is not for withdrawal. You cannot withdraw it. You cannot see it in your wallet. Whatever profit you gain, like let's just consider that you gain just 0.5 USDT. That 0.5 USDT is gonna deposit into your wallet after like cutting all the transaction fees, platform fees, and blah 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 thing. Whatever is left, That will be deposited into your wallet, not the 10 USDT. Get this thing very clear. Okay. After that, this is the second reward I told you. Third reward is this what is happening right now for all of you people for 4 hours. Like it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It is for 4 hours. Rest of the day, like from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it is for 8 hour live stream. You get 8 hour live stream where you can know regarding everything in the market. You want to know concept, know the concept. You want to know strategy, know the strategy. You want to know the some like what kind of market is going on. You want to do some analysis of xyz 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 coin. You can do that as well. This live stream is completely free of cost for all of the users, which can take advantage of either learning the skill, either taking a trade, either knowing a concept, either knowing the strategy, whatever you feel like. Because the moment you drop the question, it's my responsibility to give you a very quick response. Okay, so wait. Da, 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 da. So this is regarding a Zbit, why it is good, why it is best for all of the beginner. Three rewards which you will be getting from our end. Best reward. First, cryptocurrency free token of the cryptocurrency. Second, you will be getting is a first future free trade, and third you will be getting is the live stream for completely free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for it. Cool. Let's go back to the market now. Yesterday we had a pump, and pump. That's what we had yesterday. A pump from a pump. And exactly, see, right now there are two positions which can happen, and everyone had a pump. It's not just like BTC. Everyone had a pump. Okay, even the Ethereum had a pump. There was a huge buying in the Ethereum as well, huge buying in Solana as well, huge buying in XRP as well. No, XRP didn't have a huge buying. XRP had a little okay buying, not the major buying. Solana had major one, Ethereum had a major one, BTC had a major one, Hype USDT had and then lost as well. Both situation happened. Yesterday we almost gained 20 to $30 in the Hype USDT. In the last moment, we saw a very good entry in that point. Last good entry in that point, and according to the news, reclaims crypto total cap reclaims 4 trillion. Market bull market resumes October. Oh, they have put it as October, not as October. It's at October. Nice one. Nice. I liked it. Bitcoin sentiment returns back to the neutral as BTC breaks 114. Global liquidity rounds up market talk. His IQ. Bitcoin eases as possible. US government shutdowns looms. What is looms? Bitcoin is reaching a 1 week overnight cryptocurrency either gain following the US tech stock overnight. However, the investor are during the cautious look maker. Okay, not that much. But yeah, the buying is still unknown. I tried to find which whale did the buying. Is it a meta planet? Is it a BlackRock? Is it who bought so many of like stacking is returned, that means someone has did a heavy buying. But in the news there was no person's name, like not even Metaplanet, because I was believing it will be Metaplanet, because Metaplanet has its goal that he wants to reach the like by 2027, like that's basically the next year, next to next year, yeah, next to next year, he wants to have 2,10,000 of the BTC. So I thought he might have bought it, but no, he didn't even bought it. There is no explanation for this pump. Just that yes, from the demand zone it went, it took one halt on the fair value gap, and then again pushed up to the another fair value gap. That's it. That's it. That's it. There is no major news in the market. Okay. For the 30th, this is 30th, right? Yeah, for the 30th, crypto total recap claim, blah blah blah. Market this, market that. What is this new? JOLT job opening, nobody cares. SMC manufacturing, nobody cares. Okay. Non-farm payroll unemployment rate 3rd October, SISM services PIM. Okay. There are no major news which is gonna happen. Now, what do we expect in the market for today? And understand this one thing, I'm watching a perpetual contract, which is a never-ending one. So understand this. What we can expect in the market today, as we had a very huge pump. Obviously whenever we have a huge pump, we may have a downfall of the market as well. But as I told you, like whenever a market starts its journey from the demand zone, it has to reach to a supply zone, because that's where it always travels. Fair value gaps, like I said to you yesterday, it's just for the re-entries in the market, for just a major or minor pullbacks in the market, nothing else. We have started our journey like since Sunday was the start of the demand zone journey. From where it started, took a halt at fair value gap, again it took a halt at fair value gap, and as we can see, a structure is forming a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, which is basically our uptrend. Okay. Why? Which is basically our uptrend. So what are we going to do? As from the fair value gap, this fair value gap respected once, again it got respected, and we have this is the 4-hour supply zone. It's not the 1-hour supply zone. 1-hour supply zone sits somewhere over here, but we are considering 4-hour supply zone because this 1-hour supply zone was not that much respected in the previously, compared to the 4-hour supply zone. 4-hour supply zone, you can clearly see it respected 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5, and yeah, 5 time. Maybe the 6th time it will respect as well, or maybe 6th time is the it will break as well. Okay, so it depends. I have very low expectation for the 1-hour supply zone. This is the 1-hour supply zone, which you can see my pointer over here. This is the 1-hour whole supply zone, but I don't think so it will be respected. I think more and major 4-hour supply zone will be respected, as it has shown a more respective like number of time the market has taken a downfall from that exact zone. What else? But there is a but to it. Okay, like you know how greedy a market is. Like for liquidity, wherever he sees a liquidity, he wants to grab it, obviously, because that's what market runs from, liquidity. Your market runs from money, so obviously market wants to gather a huge amount of money right now. And there are two parts. One is this, and one is this is the two part where market can grab liquidity. Will try to travel down to collect this, again travel down, collect this, and then we can have a normal uptrend where there is no such gaps, no such heavy investment which is yet to be liquidated. Okay, so we have to find a way. See, according to the structure of the market, as market is making higher high, higher low, this is, wait, I'll show you higher high, higher low. Some people don't understand the structure of the market. I will make you understand. 1 second. Okay, this is L, low. After that market made H, high. Now market made another low, but this low is higher than the previous one, that makes it higher low. Okay, then again market made another high. This is higher than the previous one, so what we will call it, higher high. then market is trying to make a low over here. Now till what point this market will drop? Like from the fair value gap, it is going down, 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 down. Two situations. That's why I said there are two situations which may can happen. Either one situation, market will come down to the fair value gap to liquidate this first option, and from here again it can come down to liquidate the second option. This is the one situation happen, which is a liquidity gain which market can take. Okay, after that, if market wants to allegedly travel to the supply zone, and I've told you this journey doesn't bound to any time. Okay, if a market starts this journey from the demand zone, it's not like in that single day, in that single hour it will travel to supply zone. It may take weeks, it may take months, it may take year as well, depending on the market. Okay, now as we see, like from the fair value gap, a downfall has started. I like I told you, fair value gap is a place for a minor or major pullbacks from the market. So this downfall is okay. I'm not saying anything for the downfall, but till where this downfall will create, according to the structure, will it stop at one point to make an higher low, same like this, because that low will be higher than this, so it will make an higher low, and from there again we can go for the journey for the supply zone. One option, or second option, like I said to you, that market is trying to collect the liquidity which is just sitting over here. Two options, two options is possible, very possible. Okay, so depending on that, I will not enter at a downside, because downside has a major one thing, that if I won't suggest you to go for a sell right now over here, because for the sell I don't know till where a market can take a higher low. Like market can stop and from there it can jump up for the buy, or it can like continue to fall down till fair value gap. There is no like a perfect, like I like nobody can tell you a perfect stop, like at this price the market is going to stop and at this price a new buyer is going to come and push the market up. It's not possible. But what we can do is we can just take and help of the concepts like fair value gaps. As you know, like where every big candle which is forming in the market has a 80% chance that there is any limit order might be left to execute. There is 80% chance. 20% maybe like maybe there is no one, maybe there is no limit order. We cannot guess it until unless if I am not that person who invested in that big candle, then nobody knows other than market. So market is traveling down, that is okay. What we can do is just we can plot the fair value gaps and we can observe if it is crossing that level of if it's taking a minor or major pullback from that level. This fair value gap is already crossed over, so there is no point on plotting this one because there is a fair value gap here as well, but this one is already crossed by the red candle. So obviously market is trying to come over here is this fair value gap. Now from this fair value gap, either if we see the rejection, how to find out that buyers are entering in the market, how to find out, not by knowing the data, like you cannot see the data obviously, then how you can see if there are buyers entering in the candle, if there are buyers entering in the market, how can you spot it? Let the market come to that point of the fair value gap first thing, and then we will observe the bottom rejections. What is bottom rejections? A candle has four components: high, low, open, close. Got it? Peak rejection comes from the high. Market made one high and from there it is just dropping. The body is becoming small, and the upper wick, which is basically the high, this is upper wick. Okay, these like this straight line above the body is called upper wick, and the again the thin line below the body is called lower wick. Once we see that there is a long upper wick than compared to the body, that generally tells us that sellers are entering in the market or sellers are getting active in the market because of the rejection from the top. Buyers will obviously try to do what? Buyers will push the market as much up as possible, which creates what? Highest point of that candle in that time frame of that price. Got it? From there, if there is rejection happening, making a longer upper wick that not satisfies, sorry, Who am I satisfying? She. So that tells us that market is having an active selling at right now, or sellers are entering in the market. That's what that longer upper weeks justifies. Other than this, like as we can see in the current candle, 23 minutes is still left for that candle. So I won't say like yes, the buyers are entering, but you can see body is becoming smaller to smaller to smaller, and the lower wick is becoming bigger. This justifies that from this point buyers are trying to enter. There is buying happening, peak rejection is happening. This always tells us like if market is falling down, and when you spot such kind of thing, this gives you a signal that this is my signal for knowing that buyer may be coming, or one one four 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 in this. Okay, got it. So whenever a downfall of the market is happening, which is also say downfall of the market is like such kind, if there is a downfall such kind, like where a buying is happening and then there is a downfall, it is called as retracement. Okay, retracement is basically there won't be a continuous buying according to the like behavior of the retail investor. Retail behavior, if you want to understand, see this, if this is the market like this, second, okay, three is three. Minimum is three. Okay, got it. Welcome new user 905470. Welcome to the market. I'm trying to explain you what we can expect in the market today. If there is gonna be like this is gonna make a higher low, or this is gonna continue to grab the liquidity, we will discuss this. But first, let's understand the retail behaviors. Why there is a retracement? What kind of retracement? Why we always face a retracement? Why when the market is having a huge pump, why there is small selling? Because like some people might be knowing this, some people might be thinking this, like if the market is having a very huge pump, a very huge investment, then why there are some people who is doing selling. Why they are doing selling? Now everybody has their own hunger, their own satisfaction level. Okay, now understanding the behavior of the retailer might help you to understand what is why there is retracement whenever there is a huge pump in the market, or why market makes such kind of structure, higher high, higher low, and all this kind of structure. First thing, whenever let's say the start is always with a cheap price. Let's consider like if the buying is happening, it always starts from a cheap price, basically our demand zone kind of structure. Okay, so from here what triggers is greed is triggered in the retail investors. Like we have spotted the market at the most cheap price, from there the greed will trigger to think them that from here if the market pushes up, we can gain a lot of good profit. That greed will travel, and at some point, like I told you, everybody has their own satisfaction, everybody has their own hunger. Depending on that, people will do their selling. For example, if there is two people, okay, there is one over here, one over here. Now he entered at the price and he entered at the price at a same level from this start itself. He is keeping his target TP as let's say $100, and he is keeping his target as let's say 10 USDT. Obviously the 101 will try to not sell over here, but he will try to sell over at least here or here. Okay, depending on the greed. But whenever if there is some another person, like there are so many different people with a different capital, with a different investment, they will try to take the trade according to their limit. Yeah, that Hindi word is very wrong to say. Limit is a very good word to say. According to their limit, they will take their trade. Some people will think that 10 USD, I'm happy with it, and they will sell over here. Sell why? Because they are fearing that they might not get more profit. Either it is a satisfaction, or either it happens like whenever we are seeing pump up, pump up, pump up, pump up, we know at one point fear will trigger in a lot of retailers and they will try to sell it. Either is that, or either they are satisfied, like I am done, I needed $5 only, I took $5, I'm exiting the market, I'm doing a sell. Now it's not just one or two people, there are majority of such people who actually wants to take small profit, they don't want to risk. Okay, this is where the selling happens due to the fear. Okay, got it. Every coin has some different. Why every coin is different? USDT is this. This coin is 8.5. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Yes. Okay. So that's where fear triggers. Again, when the price goes down now, people who didn't enter at the first place, they will try to find the entry, re-entry in this one. Where the price is falling down, they will try to find the re-entry at that moment. Where is that pencil? Okay. These people will enter over here. It will trigger what? Greed, because they are finding the price at cheap price. Obviously, when the market starts from the initial, when you take the when the sell starts, it is very obvious that sell is not gonna go to the initial stage in a first step itself, until and unless it reaches to the demand, sorry, supply zone. Okay, from again greed happened, high price, fear happened, low price, greed happened, high price, fear happened, low price, greed happened. All this fear greed is a behavior of the market. Same thing, like when the market had a jump from here, we had a little selling point at here. This selling might be of the fear that this is too much of pump. Now market will try to make a downward side, or maybe grab liquid, or maybe go to the demand zone, or it is just like people are satisfied and they are trying to sell their profit. Same thing again, pump happened. People re-entered at the retracement point, finding a greed, and then again the fear triggered at the highest point level, and it is dropping down, dropping down, dropping down. Now, what do we have to observe at this point to enter in the market at right now situation? We have to observe that if it's a retracement, or if it's a straight downfall for grabbing all the liquidity, that's what we have to check. Okay, how do we check that? Simply, like I said to you, that you need to check it from the bottom rejections. If any candles, and that would please make sure that you are checking the higher time frame. Okay. If you don't check higher time frame, if you check 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 45 minute, it will give you a lot of noises. Okay. Welcome to users 312225547. User 3. He didn't even let me say hi. And he left. Let me delete. I don't like cleaning. I should find a guy. Clean. It's clean. It's clean. See, when we started talking about the bottom rejection, I showed you that there was a bottom rejection on this candle. This candle was having a bottom rejection. Now again, the selling is happening. Until and unless that candle closes, we cannot know if the bottom rejection is real or not. If it's actually sellers, buyers trying to throw the retracement and gonna go up from there, we cannot know by the candle end. There are still 12 minutes left for this candle to close. We'll observe if the candle is showing a good bottom rejection. This is a very normal, okay? This is normal, this is normal, this is not normal. Okay, this is very normal. And if you see such kind of candles which doesn't even have a low, like if you can consider this is a very big green candle and it doesn't even have a lower wick. It's very small. That means that it was an absolute buying candle, that there was no seller at that point, or there was like, even if there are sellers are entering, there were at that moment in the starting initial stage, the buyers had so much of strength, so much of investment to make, that they didn't let the seller to put the market down and make it reach to the lowest L point or something. Okay, strong buying candle is like this, which has very, like, either no lower wick at all, or a very minute lower wick. That is a strong buying candles. Same in opposite way goes for the seller candle, which is basically having no higher upper wick, either this small or no upper wick. It's an absolute sell where there is buyer couldn't even make or tried to go on and the higher price from the opening. Okay, straight up dominance from the opening of the candle, straight sell, or buy. 10 minutes is still left to observe of this candle if we are gonna have a bottom rejection or not. Bottom rejection, basically up lower longer wick and small body. Even if the body is not small, still we require to see the lower longer wick. If there is any diversion, let me just check any diversion so that we can take help of. In such situation, when there is a huge pump situation is happening, there usually we see what is this? Why it's so smooth? Why there is no mountains or any of those things? From the overbought situation, market is trying to fall. There is no diversion for me to find. No diversion to find. Again, we are observing. This is not. RSI didn't satisfy me. I want to check stochastic. Stochastic and RSI, they both are legitly the same. Okay, stochastic gives you a little refined version. Stochastic is basically a refined version of RSI, nothing else. They both are exactly same. They both show the same momentum, like the strength of the market, strength in the strength of the money. But stochastic is like little refined version. There is no diversion in the market. Got it. Okay. Welcome user 154832. Yeah, to all the new users, I will try to tell you this one thing as well. See, I give you trade every day, but if you have insufficient balance at right now, and if you have never ever deposited any money, Please make sure on the live stream there are two options. One is deposit, one is take a trade. Click on the deposit so that when I give you a trade, you will have the balance available, because sometimes deposit takes time, 10, 20, 30 minutes. It might take a time to receive into your wallet. So be prepared to take a trade. Deposit on the deposit should be your first step when you come on this live stream. Click on the deposit button and wait for the trade. Azimo Shan. Okay, so let's wait for this candle to close. That's all we are waiting for. 7 minutes, this candle will close. If it closing with the good rejection like this, then yes, the trend is getting weaker. Buyers are trying to enter. Once the buyer tries to enter, we will have our buy trade going for the target this, because as considering a structure, this is higher high caps. HH, HH, HL. Considering this structure, okay, I'm considering a structure. I'm not considering the liquidity right now. I'm just focusing on the structure of the market. As per the market is giving me structure, this will be called as HL, but HL is not yet made. Until unless you don't see rejection for upside, we will never say that that point is an HL. I'm just writing it, like pre-writing it to see, because I can see bottom rejections in the market. So that's why I'm hoping for getting a bottom rejection. What is going on in a day time frame? In the day time frame, the market has taken rejection from the fair value gap of the 1 day. 1 day fair value gap retracement we are able to see in the market. Very simple. Okay. And this one is the 4 hour. It's a 1 day supply zone, but also the 4 hour supply zone, which I marked over here. Got it. The first and last, this, that fair value gap rejection we have seen from the market. It may come as a retracement, because as per the day time frame, market has not made an higher high, sorry, lower low. It is just one low and then there is one high. If it takes a retracement and crosses this higher, then we will say that in the day time frame it is looking like a uptrend. But right now point, if we take a bigger picture in a day time frame, the market is in still and downtrend, making high, low, lower high. This is equal high, so I won't consider this as a lower high, but still. That's what we see on the 1 day time frame. Welcome user. Please do not forget to click on the deposit and deposit. I'm finding trade for all of you people. Once I find the trade, we will enter in the market for a profitable situation. And it's just not BTC. Whatever coin you want to trade on, please make sure that, see, everybody has their own choices. I'm not saying, I try to find a common choices of people are obviously BTC, Ethereum, Solana and XRP. Other than that, people don't have a common choices. So if you want to have any other coin market analysis, make sure that you are telling me on the comment section that look for this, look for that, look for this, look for that, can you tell me this, can you tell me that. You should say such stuff, then and then only I will do that coin analysis for all of you. XRP on a day time frame, like I said, a very downfall of the market is about to come for XRP in a day time frame, as I can see the, where is it? Yeah, a descending triangle chart pattern on the day time frame of the XRP. If I show you day time frame, you will see a very clear descending triangle chart pattern traveling and making the resistance is closing, like making decrease to decrease to decrease to decrease, resistance decreasing, and support is staying at the same point. So there is no changes in the buyers but changes in the sellers, which will trigger a market to go down. And it has started its journey from the supply zone. Okay, this was the demand zone. Market traveled, reached to the supply zone, and now from the supply zone, the next market has started its traveling, and definitely it will travel back to the demand zone. Okay, and that's what the chart pattern also tell us. Descending triangle chart pattern is a bearish chart pattern. What do you mean by bearish chart pattern? A chart pattern which gives you a downtrend. This, it is called as bearish. Bullish, completely opposite, a chart pattern which gives you uptrend. Okay, breakout for down or breakout for up, basic difference. As it's a descending triangle chart pattern, it's a bearish, it will give us a downfall in a day time frame. Day time frame chart pattern tends to give you a very huge good movement in the market, very good. We have seen, like when there was about to, like the BTC had its all-time high, 124k all-time high was about to achieve for the BTC. I spotted the bullish flag on a day time frame, and then we got the 10%, almost, yeah, almost 10 to 12% of the market price going up and making another all-time high. So day time frame chart patterns are very powerful. They give you a very huge big momentum compared to the lower time frames like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Okay, and how to calculate what can be your target? Spot the demand zone. First thing, if you don't have a demand zone, then come on this scale. Can you see this scale in the tool? Click on the scale, calculate your R1 and S1 distance. Okay, R1 is basically the point where the market took the first resistance. S1 is same place where market took the first support. The distance between the first R1 and S1 is a probably your, like almost that level of percentage market will try to fall down, which is what 18.39% for the XRP. Let's say from here, if we keep on calculating 18.39, see, it travels exactly at the demand. So if you consider like the target from this, like I'm considering this is the place where the breakout will happen. From there, if I drag it down and make it 18.39, again I will show you. If I drag it down and make it 18.35, same 18.35, you will see it traveled. Is it the target is showing that it will travel to the demand zone itself for the XRP. This analysis for all those people in the spot. If you are in the, if you are doing a spot market and you are invested in the XRP for a good buying or something, just be aware that there might be a huge downfall in the market. There might be a price difference, like what if you have in like entered at the 2.8, 2.9, you might face a loss because market can travel to 2.2395 as per the descending triangle chart pattern, and the target, which is basically, and we also can see the demand zone, and this point is yet to be liquidated as well. This is nothing, there is no support, nothing. If a market falls, there is no support for a market to take at this zone. It just will get liquidated and travel to the starting initial phase of the demand zone. Got it? Okay, so if you are doing a spot trading, you have entered at the XRP at the buying situation. See, I'm not saying it will happen tomorrow, to be very frank, to be very sure. Okay, I am not saying that it will happen tomorrow. Again, I'll repeat it. It is a day time frame. One candle is being made in a one day, 24-hour one candle. Okay, So there are so many more candles yet left to be made. If you consider one, two, three, like this will be filled. It will go here, then it will come here, then it will go here, then it will come here, and then from here we will have a breakout. So it is not happening right now. It is not happening tomorrow. It is not happening day after tomorrow. It is not happening in this week, but just an overall bigger picture for all the spot users who are going for a long term trading in an XRP. Because see, a lot of people go for spot trading in XRP because of the cheap price. It is just $2.8 it is trading at, so we can buy a good quantity and have a very good profit as well. But just my job is to aware all of you people like what may can possibly can happen in the market. That's what I'm doing. You don't need to fear. It is not going to happen in this whole week. It may take time, but it will happen. Okay, cool. If you really want that, you want to have a profit, and where should I say, like, if there are people like who have entered in the market who have a spot of XRP, now that if the downfall come, obviously they're going to have a loss. And how shall I avoid this loss? See, this trend line is respected overall till right now point. If you see in any trend, in any chart pattern, this daytime trend line is respected and it is considered as a resistance point. Right now market has taken, if you see, if you look at this one situation, right now market has taken a support from the support trend line. This is support trend line and this is a resistance trend line. Okay, support and resistance trend line has a one very basic meaning. Resistance trend line, from where the market is pushing down, major selling is happening, and support is where from the market is jumping, taking support and going up, where major buying is happening. Simple. Okay, now market has recently taken a support from that exact trend line where where the day time frame trend line is of the support, and it is yet to be traveled to the resistance line. So if you want to have a good selling, if you want to have, like, you want to end up in a profit or something like that, so that you can actually go and try to sell it at almost $3 range. Okay, $3 range may come, because the resistance, the next point, as per the drawing, as per the chart, as per the respect of the resistance trend line, the next target can be $3 ultimately. $3 can be the next ultimate target, or you can say 3.0555, 3.0559. Yeah, that can be the next resistance point of the market. Understood? So if you are in a long term, you don't want to have loss. If you have entered above the level of 2.7, then you should sell it and take half, at least half profit, gain it by 3.05, rather than getting liquidated, rather than getting anything in the market, or facing major loss in the market. Just go for the target of 3.0 50706, 3.0 something, either this 3.07, 3.06, 3.05, depending on where the market will land. Okay, delete, delete. Okay, this is happened. Now if you really want to see how good this trend line has been respected of a chart pattern, the same trend line I've drawn in the day time frame, we'll go to the lower to lower to lower time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour. You will clearly see the whole market is inside that trend line. Every point, everything is inside that trend line. We go to 1 hour, again the same scenario. Everything is inside, everything has been respected. XRP is having same scenario. Let's delete this, delete this, delete, delete. After the pump from the bottom, okay, market went up, tapped into the fair value gap of this, tried to fall down from the fair value gap, again went up, again came down, again went up, consolidated at that point, and is again traveling to the 4-hour fair value gap. Now we can have an entry at XRP as it is for the future trade, for the future trader right now. We can have an entry point at the XRP because it is very close to the 4-hour fair value gap where the previous good pump came. Not one, yes, one, nice, 1 2 3 good pump came from the that fair value gap. This was first one, then the second one, and this is the third one. Again market is trying to travel at that same moment of the, like, it's very close, it's very close. That means by maybe by the next half an hour, or maybe by the next 15 to 20 minutes, we can have a very good entry for the XRP for buy side. Okay, because this is a green side fair value gap of a 4 hours. This is not a 1 hour fair value gap. If I go on the 4-hour time frame, you can see this is a 4-hour fair value gap. See, fair value gaps and the supply and demand zone, more higher time frame you identify, the more best it identifies, the more best it respects, the more best it will be easy for you to know. Like for example, this is 4-hour life, 4-hour fair value gap. Okay, if I delete this 4-hour fair value gap at right now point, let's just delete this 4-hour fair value gap, delete. Okay, does 1 hour has any fair value gap at that point? No. In the whole chart, you cannot find any fair value gap at that point for 1 hour. But still, the market is continuously tapping into that situation, jumping up, tapping into that situation and jumping up. We cannot find it in a 1 hour time frame, but we can find it in a 4 hour, which can respect. That's why having a different chart fair value gap into a different time frame, it's okay. It's not like, okay, this was a 4-hour fair value gap, why are you using in a 1 hour fair value? There is no such situations. Okay, if you cannot find it in a 1 hour, and still the market is trying to come to that one zone repeatedly, and it is trying to jump from there repeatedly, that means there is something on a higher time frame which yet to be found. So for XRP, I think we should go for a buy situation. But one thing is also very like this thing, like, for fair value gap, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time is already been respected, already respected. Third time, four, no, 1 2 3, fourth time, will it respect? Will it not respect? Is a question mark, because it's a very common practice. I will tell you, if you see from one point multiple supports or multiple jumps from the market has already been taken, that zone becomes a liquidity zone. Why and how? Market gave you the signals, like this zone, pump up, again came pump up, again came pump up. Now this sits in the mentality, this sits in the thought process that whenever a market will come back to that zone, we should go for buy, because already 3 times it went for buy. We all go for buy by the 4th time, and that's where the market plays its trump card and pulls the market completely. It will show you, it will show you a little minor buy, it will show you, so that you can enter, and your stop losses are obviously below that entry level, and then from there the market will give you a rejection and hit your all the stop loss. This is one of the zones, like from the liquidity, wherever you see multiple time market has taken the same and same support and not given a very good pump. This is the same situation over here. XRP has taken multiple pumps from the 4 hour, just 1 to 2 candles. We can clearly see on the market, the pump is for 2 candles, and 2 candles. Only two candles of the buying has happening. Not a continuous buying, a very minimal, normal buying. Can be trap as well. So when do we enter in such market? Until and unless there is no candle, big candle of investment for a buy side. Okay. Oh, we have users from Germany as well now. Really? Germany? We? This is what we can see in XRP. Maybe very, very close. We can expect a pullback from the market, but we will wait until unless we don't see. Let's see if there is any diversion. Diversion can help me take an early entry. Okay. See, it is showing downfall. It is also showing downfall. This is this candle, and it is showing downfall. Okay, 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 okay. Maybe we have spotted. So I'll use arrow. Arrow is very good to use in such situation. Okay, this is the peak from where the market was, the price trend, and from there it is dropping, suggesting a downtrend. And if you see same scenario at the same point. Okay, I'm just going at the start point. This is the start point of that arrow which I made down, and you can see from here, this is the market right over here, the peak, and it is suggesting an uptrend. We missed our entry for sell side. Yeah, shit. Divergence was very, very clear. See, divergence, how you can take an help of divergence, basically if there is like opposite reaction happening from money and the strength. This is suggesting the strength. This is where the market is going as a value, as a money. And this stochastic RSI, they show you the strength of the money. Strength is getting weak, strength is getting strong. That will represent in the stochastic indicator, and the graph will represent where the money is traveling. Okay, in a value wise. Light out, blackout. Okay, so in the next time, whenever you spot such kind of structures, like for example in the stochastic, you find, see, you have to check for the peaks. From the peak, this is peak, this is bottom. I hope you understand this much. Like, this is a bottom and this is a peak. From that peak, try to look for such kind of directions. Like from this peak, it is showing you a downfall. Okay, a downfall. And from exactly, if you can see this dash line, this dash line is representing that a peak, the basic peak is here. From that indicator, the peak is here, and you can see that the market price is traveling in an upside, completely having a different, I cannot show you in that my hand gesture, but completely having a different opposite direction. One from the upside, second in the downside. Now, who do we trust? We trust the strength. The strength of the money is what we're gonna trust. Whenever a stochastic or an RSI shows you a downfall and the money in the graph we see an uptrend, that means a downfall is about to come. This is called as diversion in the market. We can clearly see from that peak we saw a very good downfall. This we would have found out if I would have saw XRP earlier, but I didn't saw it earlier, so it's fine. 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 So right now we are having a downfall, but down, down, already done. Already it's done. We can't go for like I like I said to you, same thing. If one market is falling down, till what point it can fall down, exactly an accurate price rejection nobody can tell you. We can just go by the concepts, like right now, like 4 hour fair value gap, maybe there might be rejection, as there are have been rejection previously as well. We should have found out this diversion, but it is totally fine. At least you gain knowledge at this point. What is diversion? Diversion represents the strength is getting either stronger or strength is getting either weaker. In the stochastic, the strength is getting weaker. That's why we had a downfall. And in here, we were seeing the price is moving upward. Okay. Next time, whenever you spot there is a difference, and same thing, opposite thing will happen for buy side. So let's say the strength is showing you an up direction, and in the chart the price is falling down. That represents an early uptrend is about to come. Early signals of uptrend, it will show you in the divergence. Simple. Welcome user 1444823 in the market, in the CBIT. Make sure that you are doing the deposit first. And first thing, the first job for all of people is to do a deposit and wait for a trade. Okay, if you have sufficient balance, then that's okay. I'm talking about those people who may be not having a sufficient balance. Let's say $1, $2, $3. Recharge it, make it at least 10, 20, 30. With 1 to 2 or $5, you cannot gain bigger profit. Okay, see, from the fair value gap, a little bottom rejection has happened, but still there is 41 minutes left for this candle to close. We will not enter unless and until this candle closes. Some people make this early entering mistake where they just see like, okay, that the market tapped into the fair value gap, that's it. The rejection is also, I can see buyer are coming, I should enter at that point. That is a very wrong mistake. Until and unless you don't see a candle closing, we cannot identify what happened in that candle. This is an ongoing investigation, ongoing battle which is happening right now. We still have 41 minutes. 41 minutes is still left. Do you want to see the mistake? Do you want to see how people make mistake? Okay, let me just go for buy. This is the place where I went for buy. Okay, I just went for simply buy. Now you will see by the end of the 40 minute, this candle will obviously be for the downward on the fair value gap, and I will be facing loss and loss and loss. A little early profit you might I might able to see, but not a very good ones. Okay. Okay. This is what early mistake looks like. Okay, I made an early mistake so that you can take an experience from this my situations. User one, I hate it when they don't even let me say hi. It's like Tinder rejection. It's not even letting me swipe. Okay. BTC is same. Like I said to you, even after closing that, this was just 10 minutes was required to close that candle. There is no, see, in the first it was showing us a very good rejection from the bottom. Longer wick was, there was longer lower wick, but as the candle closed, can you see a longer lower wick? No. That's why always make sure that you wait till the candle end. A candle end can give you a clear picture of what happened in that battle, who won in that battle. Either it is a buyer, either it is a seller, either they are having a new people coming, either they are having no new people coming. It will tell you until only after a close of the candle, not before that. Okay, cool. Now this candle has opened with no upper wick. No upper wick. That represents what? Guys, no upper wick represents an active, extreme amount of sellers are there and zero buyers are there in the starting initial stage. Starting. Because that's the opening. O is basically the opening price of the market. Since the opening price of market, seller has entered. There were no buyer in between. That's why there is no upper wick. Okay. First upper hand went to the sellers in this candle in the starting initial point. What about Solana? Solana. Why did I make this? For Solana, I didn't spot the supply zone of Solana. Why there is no supply zone of Solana in my chart? One, two, three, four. Five. Day time frame Solana supply is very high. It will take ages to reach that point. Very high. Very, very high. I cannot take that as a supply zone. Obviously. Market is at 207. Supply zone is sitting at 243. Too much difference. Too much difference. This much difference is not required. Hello, Spark. Sparky AK-47. Why? Why? Sparky AK-47. Why such username? Day time frame is very, very high. 4 hour supply zone. Hello, Oracle X11589. Welcome to the Zibit. You are from United Arab Emirates, UAE. Hello, Habibi. Welcome to the live stream of Zibit. I am waiting for, if you want to know what's happening in the market, there are two positions I'm waiting for. One is for the XRP because it is very close to the fair value gap, shifted to 1 hour. Where is 1 hour? Yeah. It's very close to the 1 hour fair value gap, has taken some rejection, but I really don't think this rejection will continue. It will not make a green candle. I'm very sure of it. Okay. This is what early sentiment is called. Early anonymous. Hi anonymous. How are you? And what's your name, anonymous? So this early rejection is basically sentiments. That's what people, like I told you, like it has taken 1 2 3 rejection already. So whenever the market taps into that fair value gap, people try to enter for the buy position already, because they believe that fourth time as well the same thing is going to happen. But if you are a smart enough person, you will try to wait for the candle to close so that you can get a clear picture of what is going to happen. If this candle closes as a hammer candle, the condition for an uptrend will be very suitable, because in any downtrend you see a hammer candle, you see a doji candle, they always tend to have a trend reversal characteristic. If there is a downtrend, we see a hammer candle. It represents that there is 50 to 60 to 8, no, not 80, 50 to 60% chance that trend reversal can happen at right now moment, because hammer candle is a bullish candlestick pattern. But we're still looking at this situation. It is still 33 minutes is still left for this candle to close. Oracle X, do you have any questions for me? Do you have anything for me to say? Please make sure that you're asking it. We were at Solana, I guess. Yeah, we were at Solana. I was trying to find Solana's supply zone. Hmm. We were at supply zone. From supply zone itself, we had a downfall of the market. Okay, 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 got it. This was the supply zone of the 2 hour supply zone. Okay. There are more one bigger supply zone at 238, but try to find supply demand zone very close to the market which is right now running. Don't take unexpected like this far, because traveling to that price will obviously take a lot of buying, a lot of heavy investment. $1 billion investment will be required to reach that 238 from 207. Okay, so try to find the supply which is very close. Right now this is one supply which is very close, but market has already taken that thing and fallen down already. But structure is also saying something else. Structure is high, low, higher high. Now the low is about to be made. If the low crosses this situation, then there is no structure. There is no structure at all, because then it will be a change of character. Change of character is what? Change of character is what? Basically, if market is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, so it represents every low should be above the previous one. Every low is above the previous one. If any low crosses downside to the previous low, this is change of character, which represents a downfall of the market or the change of the trend. Higher low represents up. If that higher low is crossed downward and market makes a lower low, it represents that maybe now the trend will change, that will start making lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, which is basically a downtrend. Okay, but till now point, we have not seen that this is crossed. This line is crossed. There are so many situations like early signals, like we are in a very right moment in the market. So many entries are possible. One for Solana is also possible. It is also trying to make either the higher high, or we are already at the supply zone as well. Okay, now it depends if the supply zone is, if it breaks the supply zone and goes for the up direction. This is the supply zone. See, straight up downfall of the market has came. Straight up downfall. This is a point lowest amount of withdrawal INR 140. I already that guy didn't came back. It was Austin. I'm waiting for Austin to come so that I can tell him that same thing. Lower amount of withdrawal and every of those things. In USDT, it is 4 because $1 is your obviously the fees. So $3 you will be if you deposit if you withdraw 4, you will be receiving $3. $1 goes for the fees. INR is 450. USDT is 4, and for any other coin, whenever you go to that withdrawal section, you will see. I will show you one image. Yeah, at the can you see at the withdrawal section? Can you see this thing inside this? This is greater than or equal. Sorry, lesser than or equal to. Lesser than and equal to sign means that you can withdraw up to that point, either 3 or equal to 3. But again, $1 is the like withdrawal fee. So you will be having, if you do 4, you will be receiving 3. Okay. And for this is for USDT, and for some other coin like some like if you want to withdraw like your cryptocurrencies, every cryptocurrency might be having different. I can show you for TRX right now. You can again see the same thing. The withdrawal amount lesser than equal to 8.55 means the most minimal amount you can withdraw is 8.55. Whenever you go to this withdrawal section, whatever is written over here is your minimum to minimum, lesser than and equal to. Okay, got it? Wherever you see that lesser than equal to, that's your minimum withdrawal amount which you can take for all the people. If you want to know this thing, it's very simple. Lesser than equal to is your the most minimal amount which you can take. Okay. So for Solana, what do we have observe for Solana? That it should not. Okay, wait. It is supply. Make it red. Right. Right. Okay. We are at a supply zone at right now point. From the supply zone, market has taken a downward, a downfall. What do we have to observe? That it should not cross this thing, because this is what? This is HL and higher low according to the trend. Or simply what you can do is just go on the indicator and tap smart money concept. If you see break of structure, that means trend is continuing. If you see CHOCH, change of character, that means the trend is changing. Got it? Why it said change of character over here? For because for very minute small market went high, high, low, lower high, lower low. After this was lower low because it is low than the previous one, and this is high. High is low. This high is lower than this one. This becomes lower high. It is a small downtrend. From there, it broke the previous lower high and made a higher high. This is what change of character. Why? From downtrend to uptrend characteristic it showed. Okay, now we have to observe this one very simple thing. If it if it gives you a change of character, right now it is break of structure only. Okay, breaking the previous high. Break of structure means this is high, it broke that high and made higher high. This is called as break of structure. For the this for downtrend, it will show low and it will break the structure and it will make lower low, representing lower low represent downtrend, higher high represents uptrend. That's why it says break of structure. Okay, that is that has happened already. This point can be of higher low, but we have to observe this line. If it crosses this line, then it will call at CHOCH, will go for downfall because we are at the supply zone. Okay, and there is no fair value gap in the between to take a support and going up. Okay, so we have to wait. We have to wait. See, if you don't have any support or like support of any evidence of like maybe fair value gap, maybe supply, maybe demand zone, then you should not enter at randomly just because you're seeing a red candle. Okay, welcome user 610821, welcome to the live stream of the Zibit. See, like I said to you all people, early entering without watching the candle. At that moment, when we entered, at that moment, what we saw, the rejection, it was showing us green, green, green thing. Can you see after 10 to 20 minutes, we are in the minus. That's why I showed you how a market tricks you. Just because it has shown a rejection from the fair value gap doesn't mean that candle is gonna give you a green candle. Doesn't mean that. That's why I showed you at by entering at that candle right now at minus 2.82 USDT. That's why always and always make sure that whenever, even if from the fair value gap it is taking a rejection, always wait for that candle to close. Do not enter until and unless you see a candle close. Okay. Any other this thing which you want to ask, any other coin which you want me to do? Ethereum I didn't check, right? Ethereum I didn't check. Ethereum falling the very simple, very same, but okay, this was fair value gap, so I don't have an issue with it. Fair value gap rejection is okay for me, not the supply zone. Okay, this is supply zone, this is fair value gap. From the demand zone, it has came up already. Can you see in the Ethereum as well, it showed you the diversion. This is the peak. This is a bit very minute downfall. You can see if you look from very far, it might look you like a same straight line, but if you look close, it is like this, little tilted toward downside, showing a little weaker side of the money strength, and completely opposite at that moment. From this point to this point, it is a very straight up movement, which this is what you can capture by this peak and peak. If you see some peak things, that's what you can capture a very good rejection. This can be captured by the divergence. Okay, when you don't see any chart pattern, simply this just go by the structure is telling me it's an uptrend. Market has a retracement right now, it can go for the this make another lower low. sorry, higher low, and from there it can go up. All are just showing entries. There is no market which is giving us an entry. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Breakup structure, breakup structure. Nice. It should not cross this line. This is it should not cross this line. Okay. It can take resistance, sorry, support before that pre level. That is okay, but not from that one level, not from below that level. If it takes below, then change of character will happen, suggesting a downfall, suggesting us to take a sell trade, not a buy trade. I'm hoping for a buy trade, but let's see. XRP. In the starting initial stage, what we saw this candle was green candle. Now what we can see a red candle. That's why always make sure that you are waiting and waiting and waiting for it to close. Never enter before that point. Always wait for close. Hmm. Possible entry. Let me just plot the possible entry. Okay. This is the open of that candle. It will close somewhere. If it crosses that level, then I will go for entry. And that too on the fair value gap dip, not a big entry, a small. Okay. Small entry will go for not big, a small entry. This is big entry in, if you see this same entry in the 5 minute or 15 minute, it will look like a big, but it looks a small in 1 hour time frame. Okay, why I kept it over here, not on the fair value gap? Because I want to see if it closes above the opening of the red candle. If it closes above the opening of the red candle, I will be very sure that buyers are entering in the market. If it doesn't close above the opening of the previous candle, then I am not sure if the strength will continue till my target or not. This is not for right now time. Okay, this is for when the rejection will start happening. Let's see. BTC at the fair value gap, but not giving F at all. It is about to be about to making higher high. This was yesterday's entry thing. When we saw the market went above the fair value gap, this was a spinning top candle which we saw. From there, I told you if it crosses this level, that's the place where we should go for buy. And we went for buy. And this is such a good moment, good capture of the market has happened. Happy birthday. Till that point, make sure that you're tapping on the deposit and depositing an amount before I give you a trade. Deposit and wait for entry for the trade. Deposit and wait for entry for the trade. That's all you have. That's downfall to down. Should we be ready for a sell entry? If fair value gap doesn't give us a pump which can throw the market up, should we be ready for our sell entry? Second thing. 2.826, 2.826, 2.826. This okay. Hello, hello, hello. A lot of people. MD Sadiq. Sorry. User 9330. Everybody good, good, good. Thank you, MD Sadiq. Welcome to the live stream of the Zibit. All the people, please make sure that you are clicking on the deposit and depositing an amount and waiting for the trade entry. Okay, that's all you have to do. Deposit and wait for the trade entry. Deposit and wait for the trade entry. Nothing else. You don't have any other job. See, it went below all the rejection level. All the rejection value, it went below that thing. In the 9 30 or 9, yeah, 9 minute. We will see if it is, if it falls down than this, then we can enter at the moment it falls down, which is basically 2.8346, and we can take our entry, sorry, we can take our profit by 2.82110. Small, very small amount of profit, but we can take it, we can take it. Okay, we can take small amount of profit, but we definitely can take it. This is our demand zone. It may can travel to demand zone as well. Okay, yellow Q. Safe entry will try once. Once this safe entry is taken, then we will go for a risky entry from here to the demand zone. If the market keeps on falling and there is no rejection, there is no rejection, there is no bottom rejection, for the fair value gap is not respected to the fair value, to the supply zone, then we can go for this. Okay, then we can go for, definitely we can go for the bottom fair value. Green, you are a green fair value gap for the, okay, cool. Wait for entries. Entries are not yet available for us. Wait for entries. Entries are not available till right now point. Just wait for entries. See, till now there is no bottom rejection, no longer upper wick in the market. It will continue. It will continue to fall as per me, and it can continue to fall till this point. Okay, this is the last higher low market has made last. So until unless it doesn't cross this level, the change of character is not going to happen. Keeping falling, 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 falling. Till fair value gap not getting respected. Sure. sharpen. Welcome user 28141477. Welcome. Waiting for the entry. So for that moment, what you can do is tap on that deposit button, deposit, and wait for the entry. Okay, wait for the entry. I'm also waiting for the entry. Till that point, just do a deposit, make your balance available to take a trade. Nothing else. Nothing else. Hype reached demand zone. Yesterday we planned our entry in the hype. I told you that it will reach demand zone and it did. It reached the demand zone. Nice. Promo code. Promo code of what? What you need promo code of? What promo code, brother? You mean referral code or promo code? Do we have promo codes now? What do you mean by promo code, brother? What do you mean by promo code? Like by just one word, you cannot just leave, right? You, if you come on my live stream and you write Apple, how would I understand anything by Apple? Complete a sentence, complete your question, complete everything. Just by one word, and you cannot leave by just by saying one word. At least complete the sentence. What you want in your life. Your last word cannot be a single word and leave. Okay. A bottom demand rejection of the hype USDT. Let it close. The candle closed. Candle closed. Candle closed. It needs to travel more. Travel more. I want to enter for sell side, and I want to take my take profit over here. Small, small take profit. I am guessing it is traveling till here because that's a big candle and that's the demand zone. Not demand, but yeah, still from where the big movement came. I'm just hoping for this thing. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. 3 minute break, people. I'll be coming back. Bye bye. I don't early entry, no early entry, depending on the big candle which doesn't have an upper wick, which doesn't even have. Depending on this like no upper wick is over there. That means a straight up dominance of the seller is seller was there, and it closed with a very minimum lower wick. Okay, very huge sell side. That's why I entered in the market over here and kept a very small like price with a very small target. I will achieve it. I will achieve it. But also in the fair value gap, dicey. But let's see. Let's see. Some risk has to be taken. I will come back by 15 minutes. Okay. Reaction happened. No issues. Let this candle close. Next candle, if it closes above the open, we enter. XRP. Same for XRP. Candle close. Next candle open above, close above open, we enter. Solana's also rejection happened. All three have the same rejection. I don't understand how. But yes, all three have a very similar rejection all the time. Like XRP, Solana, and Bitcoin, they have a very similar buying pattern. If strong buying is happening in Solana, strong buying will happen on XRP, and strong buy will happen in BTC as well. hype. Shall we go on buy situation in hype? As it has tapped into the fair value gap already. Sorry, tapped into the demand zone. Not fair value gap. My mistake. But the structure is downtrend now. This should be the structure. A downtrend structure. Anything? No divergence. There is no overall divergence in the hype USDT as well. And remember, we are doing a future trading, okay? Future. Don't look at the future, like don't take entries in the spot. We are doing future trading. Make sure you understand this. There is no divergence here. It market like this is falling, this is representing falling, and this also represent fall. So it is going accordingly. Aborted. Again, the backend got aborted. Why? Back. I want to enter in hype USD. There is no. Ah, they changed it. Nice that they changed it. Future asset. Did they change the inside thing? No, inside thing is same. Something is same. Spot as future asset. Any other 0.3, 0.1, 0.2, some one which is pumping good, pumping good, pumping good, pumping good, pumping good. XMR USD pumping good. Why? Hmm. T0 297 XMR USDT. Why our chart is not listed in reading view? Our chart should also list over here. Exhibit, exhibit. It should list over here. Four are this one over here, one over here, one over here. Immediate supply. That's a very big target. Do you think it can achieve XMR USDT, which is any rise, fall and rise. It's a rise only, it's not fall. No divergence. If I enter, if I enter at this point, if let's say I enter at this point, I'm already at the fair value gap. Okay, this is that one fair value gap which I'm already at. It is traveling in this fair value. Multiple rejections in the fair value gap. Multiple, not one, not two, multiple rejections. Again, we are in that zone. From supply, it has started traveling. The demand zone is here. 278. Why it had a certain demand? Gap up opening and a demand. Sell side fair value. Hmm. Don't require it now. T3 minute. What's this kind? Engine triangle chart. Wait, what is? What is? This guy is not stopping. Speed is low. Speed became low. Show me little buying. A little buying. I will enter for it. Keep this as my target. 2.294.84. You can go in this as well, XMR. How fast it is changing. Extreme buying to extreme selling. Extreme buying to extreme selling. How are we reaching to 298 and they are not even okay? Now they reach 298. I can use this fraction. Our platform is faster than trading. Compared to trading view, our platform is buyers are not ready to fall. They want to push. Mm, mm, One candle becoming green doesn't represent that market is ready to go up. Never. World smart man backs Bitcoin. It's known as smartest person. According to the king, Bitcoin could grow 10x in the next decade. Reserve as 5 year limit supply, rising adoption, inflation resistance. Young Hun King. Who is Young Hun King? World smartest man. Really? Yeah. What's the record of the voices of the potential information public health? When you will liquidate this? When you will liquidate this? Huh? Is this high low formed? Close this candle in 80 minutes and we will know. We will know. Hello, user. Who is? When did this user enter? 673439107395556. As of now, the PR will can be done only through the bank. Nobody asked this question. Who is user 637673673673673 673 Is it Austin? Austin is 101. There is no user of 6673 entering in my life. 29813 5 calculated and the fuzzy one is 6666610 There is no user of 6 9. Hello, user 701745. Welcome to the live stream of the Zibit.com. As of now, we are waiting for the trade. I'm trying to go for the buy side of the future. So I'd suggest you please tap on that deposit option and click and do a deposit and then wait for the trade. Trade will happen soon. The sell has been done. Now there will be a stop for the sell, and then we may can go for an upside direction. We may can go for an uptrend buy. Let's see, 101, 101, anonymous 10338. Is it 10338? 101354538. No. Good buying in hype. Same kind of movement I'm expecting in XRP, Solana, Ethereum, and BTC. A trend should be followed. A trend should be followed. 13-minute to close. See, even if the market has taken a stop, like for example, let's go on the BTC, even if the higher low has been stopped, this has become a higher low of the market right now. But we cannot be very sure until unless the candle closes and the next candle closes above. Then we will be sure that yes, now the rally for a higher high has started. Same goes for Solana. Yes, we have taken the low previous above the previous low, making it higher low, but it still needs to be confirmed. Early entries can always be the most risky entries. Hello, user 701701754. Welcome to the live stream of the Zibit. Please make sure that you're doing a deposit and from the live stream thing itself. Okay, that is made for you, like to make your work easy rather than going back and doing the process. You can simply come on the live stream and click on the deposit. It will be the same. Okay, so we are waiting for the trade. This is market made a low. In BTC, the structure is going is higher, higher, low, higher, higher, low. Market has made a new higher low. I'm waiting for the confirmation of the higher low, so then I can go for the buy side to make higher high. Okay. Same in the Solana as well. Solana is also making higher high, higher low. Higher low is already been made previous to this, so the trend is continuing. Trend is not breaking. That is okay, but we have to wait for the market to go up. Confirmation of upside is needed. Same goes for Ethereum as well. Confirmation should be there. Without confirmation, we cannot enter. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. The time it closes, I will draw a trend line. Okay, you are that user. 673439010395666. For you, I have information. Fiat withdrawal can be done through bank account only. Okay. Now I saw it. When did you use? TVS entry is not. Welcome new user to the live stream. We are waiting for a buy signal for the market so that we can go for an uptrend. Okay. We are waiting for the trend. User 382778. Welcome to the live stream. We are waiting for the buy signal for the buy position. Soon we'll get it in the 8 minute. This candle will close. If this candle closes in the green, that's good. Wait for the next candle and then we will enter for the buy side. Before that, make sure to tap on that deposit option and the deposit click and do a deposit. Welcome, user. Welcome. Welcome, user, on the live stream. 3 minute candle will close. Sell. Welcome, new users. Welcome. Make sure that you are doing the deposit because trade is going to be very soon available in the market. So do not forget to tap on the deposit button and deposit the amount for the trade. Okay. You can clearly see there are two options, take a trade and deposit. Just tap on those two situations and wait for the entry. Entry is very, very close. We will see an entry very soon. So do not forget to deposit on the deposit. Click on the deposit option and deposit the trade. Deposit your balance. Entry will be very soon, very soon, very soon. An entry is gonna come very, very soon. Just 3 to 4 to 20, 15 to 20 minute entry will be there for us. Mm, 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 mm. Mhm. Welcome to if it closes to inverted hammer or hammer candle, that's more better for us. 15. Let it fall down a little and we will enter at the price. Somewhere around here I want to enter. Will I put a limit order of 2.390, 2.390 limit order. Stop loss obviously can be the low of that inverted hammer candle. Usage. No early entries, okay? No one will take an early entry. Wait for a signal. It's just the start. It's just the start of the candle. No lower wick. Let the little small lower wick form. That lower wick is our entry point. Small lower wick is our entry point. And obviously market will make a lower wick. Undeniably. See, like I said, it will turn into a little red. That is good. Let us have more downfall a little. And then we enter for the buy side. So everybody is having a little sell side. This is the perfect entry. When the market gives you a bit of a sell side, that's the entry what we are expecting from the market. How much downfall can we have? Should I go for buy? Or it can fall more. It can fall more. Wait. Wait. sharpen. Entering in a starting 10 to 15 minutes of a candle is a very stupidity. See, after just one green candle, another red candle started. That's why. Always wait for the perfect entry. Wait, wait, wait. A little bit, little bigger. I entered in Solana because this much lower week is okay. I don't think the fourth time market will take support from fair value gap or buy side, even though there is an inverted hammer candle on the downtrend. Feeling dicey about going for buy side. Optimus. It's fine. I entered. I entered in this. It's fine. Couldn't wait more. Because of the fair value gap, I'm keeping it there. Okay. We have entered in BTC, Solana, and XR. Three coins we have entered for buy side. I feel a little that I took early decision, but it's fine rather than waiting and doing. Only XR, only Ethereum, I am very feeling that much to enter. Because target will be direct fair value gap. Higher high, I can keep a target, but it will take time to reach that moment. That's why having small target is enough. And that's my one of the technique. If my target is this, I will keep 50% as my target. Very easy to achieve because sometimes it happens like from the 50% market tries to take a pullback. Everywhere I've taken the same thing. This is should be the target 50%. This should be the target. Then I took 50%. Everywhere I've taken 50% as my target. Not more than that. Just 50%. What? All are bit of more downfall. That's why I feel I always should have wait before entering, but it's fine, it's fine. It's not big. Very minute plus 25. Arey yaar, I don't want it to cross that level. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. At least don't go below the HL. That is fine. Just don't go below the HL. Again, plus. It will happen. Let's have patience. It will happen. 1.68 USDT. Okay, second going on buying. Seller, maybe this was the last attempt the seller tried to make. Okay, we are having good buying now. Back to its original position. Yes. Last attempt was seller of was made. That was the my intent. That like when I know this thing, like seller tried to make one more last effort, and that effort should be a buyer's entry. I entered little earlier, a little. That is fine. Having profit now. A4. Again we came down. I just don't want it to go below that green candle's low. If it doesn't go below the green candle's low, we still have hope for higher high. Okay. These are just the last effort of sellers, nothing else, guys. Okay. Do not fear the last effort of seller. Even almost in the plus. Slowly, slowly, XR. Solana is also going into the buy situation. 0.49 USD plus. We are looking at the market jumping up again. I have entered in the three different positions in Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP because they three are having a very similar movement in the market, very similar. 4.33 USD profit. For almost $5 profit, almost. $8.97 USD profit. Let's go. 56 XRP 4, Solana 0.8, Solana is 1.26 again. Everyone are in the profit. But this is the original target, but always I go by this, like whatever is your original target, go by the 50% of that. $6.61 USD. 5. 4.21 USDT profit. Hundred and 116. That's going good. That's going good. That's going good. For 112. For 100. $259. Going good. Going good. 220, 263, 7, Solana, 2. T40, 328. Good. 6.661 dollars. 6.661 USD. $8.41 still rising. We took a good decision. I knew the buying will come. A good heavy buying will come. I hope everybody has entered at those points where I've told. Good profit in BTC, good profit in Solana, and good one in XRP. Everybody's having a profit. Both BTC, we entered in 3 different positions: BTC, Solana, and XRP. See how good pump is growing in XRP. How good pump. Thank me later, guys. 10.10, 10.10. 10.10. Solana 5.18. BTC 264. 'If you want, you can keep your BTC profit less, but I really think that you should go for this. And Solana profit is 1084.318, and XRP is 2.8610. Okay. I'll be going in 2 to 3 minutes. I'll be leaving this live stream. But before that, make sure that you are noting this. Like, even though if you can come watch on the YouTube, you can see the targets. Very easy, very simple targets. Cool. this money to go. People, thank you so much for joining this live stream. Thank you so much for being on the part of this live stream. Do not forget about the targets. Targets very simple. XRP is 2.8610. Solana is 208.4318. BTC is 113659.6. Okay, if you want to keep your BTC target a little lower, that is totally fine. Okay, so thank you so much for this live stream, for coming on this live stream, being a part. I will be on holiday for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. I'll come back and meet you on Friday, guys. Okay, bye bye. Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much for joining. Do not forget